I was sitting right there in the booth at Everlasting Impressions Studios, right? Dropping the vocals for Where the Legacy Build the Empire. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. We were tweaking the mix on the vocal chain, getting that low end punchy. And I looked down at my phone and saw a notification that one of my tracks just hit another 10,000 streams. And you know what that payout was? It was like $35, man. $35 for 10,000 plays. And right then and there, I realized that 90% of independent artists out here are leaving literally 80% of their brand value trapped inside the studio session. We give away the juice to these streaming platforms, they take all the margin, and we are left chasing fractional pennies while somebody else builds a multi-billion-dollar tech company on top of our music. What is good, family? Welcome to Feature Friday, right here on the Legacy Blueprint. I am your host, DJ Universe, hip-hop artist manager, producer, engineer, entrepreneur, raised out in Ohio, relocated to the Sunshine State of Florida, and you know my story, started from complete scratch. And man, talking about leaving money on the table, I remember back in the day in Ohio, I thought I was really doing something, man. I spent all this money on 1,000 screen-printed t-shirts, heavy Gildan cotton, big bulky cardboard boxes stacked up to the roof in the trunk of my car. I was hauling those boxes around to every show, every open mic, every parking lot kickback, trying to sell them for 20 or 30 bucks a pop. And at the end of 6 months, you know what I had? I had 500 unsold shirts sitting in my garage taking up space, eating up my working capital, and half of them were in sizes nobody even bought, like smalls and extra smalls, while everybody wanted extra large and 2XL. That trunk hustle taught me a harsh lesson, family, but it also forced me to build something better. That is why today, on Feature Friday, we are breaking down a complete paradigm shift. We are talking about why your song is not just a track meant to sit on Spotify or Apple Music hoping for an editorial playlist ad. Your song, your sound, your music video is actually the ultimate top-of-funnel audio logo for your physical brand assets. Powered by Products of Society LLC, we have built an automated commerce ecosystem that turns listeners into brand owners without you ever touching a single cardboard box or running to the post office at 5 p.m. with tape on your fingers. We are shifting from being just musicians to being full-fledged retail executives, and today I am giving you the exact blueprint on how we do it. Let us pull back the curtain and talk real numbers for a minute, because in the music business, math does not lie. People do. Let us look at the traditional merch run that most artists get suckered into. You go to a local print shop or an online bulk printer. They tell you, hey man, if you order 250 shirts, we can give them to you for $10 a shirt. Sounds great on paper, right? But do the math. $10 times 250 shirts is $2,500 up front out of your pocket. Now multiply that if you want hoodies, dad hats, and posters. Before you know it, you are $5,000 deep in debt or burning through your hard-earned savings just to get inventory in hand. And then what happens? You go on a 10-city tour, or you throw an album release party. You sell maybe 50 shirts. You make $1,500 gross back, but you are still sitting in a $3,500 deficit. Plus, you have 200 shirts sitting in your closet collecting dust and losing value every single day. That is the inventory trap. That is how independent artists go broke trying to look like they are winning. Now, let us flip the script and talk about the zero inventory print on demand model powered by Products of Society LLC. With our system, you do not spend $5,000 up front. You do not spend $500 up front. In fact, you spend $0 on advance inventory. You plug into our infrastructure. You put your brand designs on over 20+ premium streetwear SKUs, from heavyweight hoodies to cut-and-sew tees, dad hats, joggers, phone cases, home decor, you name it. When a fan goes to your store and orders a $45 hoodie, the order gets automatically routed to production. The manufacturing cost, say $15, is paid directly out of the sale. The item is printed, packed, and shipped straight to your fan with your custom branding on the package. and the $30 net profit lands directly in your bank account immediately. Zero inventory held, zero shipping labels printed by you, zero cash locked up in your closet. It is pure, high-margin, automated cash flow. And I am not just talking about t-shirts here, man. I remember when I wanted to create my own signature sneaker line. People told me, "Universe, you are crazy, man. To make a custom shoe, you gotta go to overseas factories in China or Italy, pay $20,000 for molds and minimum order quantities of 1,000 pairs." I said, "Now, watch this." I worked with the team at Alive Shoes, prototype custom kicks, established pre-order validation runs, and launched Soul Legacy footwear. We put out luxury high-top leather sneakers and athletic streetwear kicks commanding $225 a pair. We ran pre-orders, validated the demand from our core community first, and only produced what was already paid for. That is how you build authority, protect your working capital, and scale a high-end luxury brand while staying completely independent. So how do we actually execute this in the real world, right? How do you take a fan who is listening to your track in their headphones or watching your video on YouTube and immediately convert them into a customer buying a piece of your brand? This is what I call engineering the phygital loop, bridging the physical world with the digital ecosystem. And it all starts right at the source, inside Everlasting Impressions Studios, during the creation process. When we shoot music videos or do studio vlogs now, every piece of content is intentionally styled with our physical products. If I am wearing a Soul Legacy jacket or a custom pair of Soul Legacy kicks in the booth, we do not just rely on people noticing it in the background. But it goes way deeper than just putting a link in the bio, because let us be honest, nobody clicks the link in the bio anymore, right? Here is the exact technical strategy we use. When we stream content or run broadcasts on the Triple HL TV network, that is the Hip Hop Hero League television network, or when we drop a reel on Instagram or a video on YouTube, we set up comment to DM automation. In the video, I might say, "Yo, if you want this exclusive Soul Legacy jacket I am wearing in the studio right now, comment the word Legacy down below." The second the fan comments Legacy, our automated backend triggers a private direct message right to their inbox with a direct, personalized checkout link on Uniproducts Market. They click, they pay via Apple Pay or credit card in 5 seconds flat, and boom, the order is placed. Think about what just happened there, family. You took a casual viewer watching a music video or a studio session on the Triple HL TV network. You captured their engagement in real time through automation, and you converted them into a paying customer on your own store. But even more importantly, you captured their verified email address, their phone number, and their physical shipping address. You did not leave that fan's attention inside Instagram or TikTok's algorithm, where you have to pay for ads just to reach them again next week. You turned a passive social media follower into an owned, lifetime customer lead inside your private network. Now, I want to take a deeper dive into the backbone of this whole movement, because none of this works without the right platform infrastructure. That brings us to our featured ecosystem spotlight today, Uniproducts Market and Soul Legacy Footwear. When we created Down by Law Management LLC, we realized very early on that existing marketplace platforms were not built with the hip-hop artist or independent creator in mind. Third-party platforms take massive cuts. They control your customer data. They lock you into their rigid templates, and they do not give you the flexibility to build genuine equity. That is why we engineered Uniproducts Market. Uniproducts Market is a dedicated print-on-demand and digital commerce platform built specifically for independent creators, entrepreneurs, and our entire Hip Hop Hero League artist roster. It gives you a turnkey, fully customized storefront connected directly to fulfillment networks. You can upload your artwork, map it across 20-plus premium product categories, set your own profit margins, and start selling globally within 24 hours. Whether you are selling digital downloads, physical apparel, tour tickets, or exclusive membership passes, Uni Products Market centralizes your entire creator economy into one streamlined back-end dashboard. And then, man, let us talk about Soul Legacy. Soul Legacy is our crown jewel luxury footwear and lifestyle brand. Why did we build Soul Legacy? Because for decades in hip-hop culture, artists have been promoting multi-billion-dollar footwear brands for free. We wear their kicks in our videos. We shout their names out in our lyrics. We line up around the block to drop $200, $300 on their limited edition releases. And what do those corporate brands give back to the culture? Zero. They treat us like consumers instead of owners. Soul Legacy flips that entire power dynamic on its head. By offering high-margin, premium handcrafted footwear that artists can co-brand or feature within their custom lines, we allow independent artists to command $225 price point per sale. Think about that math compared to traditional merch. To make $100 profit on a $10 t-shirt sold for $20, you gotta sell 10 shirts and handle 10 packages. With a high-end Soul Legacy footwear release, a single sale can yield $50, $70, or even $100 in net profit. That is how you elevate your brand perception from a local rapper selling concert tees to a high-end luxury creative director running a true fashion house. And remember, every time a fan buys a pair of Soul Legacy kicks or a jacket from your Uni Products storefront, that transaction builds your owned enterprise value. If social media algorithms collapse tomorrow, if streaming payouts drop down to zero, you still own a database of 500, 5,000, or 50,000 loyal fans who have paid you real money, whose physical shipping addresses and emails sit right inside your Down by Law management dashboard. That database is an asset that no platform can ever take away from you. That is real leverage, family. Family, I gotta get real with you for a minute here in this legacy moment because I see so many talented artists out here losing their way. We are living in a fast-paced digital age where everybody is chasing that fast, fleeting, viral 15-second clip on social media. Guys are doing crazy stunts, dancing around, chasing whatever trending audio is popping this week, all in hopes of getting a few million views and maybe catching the eye of a major label record executive. But let me tell you the cold, hard truth about viral hype. Viral hype does not pay your mortgage. Viral hype does not feed your kids. And viral hype definitely does not build generational wealth. When you build your career purely on viral moments without owning the underlying infrastructure, you are building a castle on top of sand. The second the algorithm changes or the trend shifts, your entire business vanishes overnight. But when you anchor your career in culture, in ownership, in master recordings, publishing, high-end physical merchandise, and direct-to-consumer relationships, you build a fortress that stands the test of time. It is time to step up and make the executive mental shift. Stop looking at yourself as just a singer, a rapper, or a producer, begging for a seat at someone else's table. Stop waiting for a record label to come save you with an advance that you have to pay back with 300% interest. You are an executive. You are a CEO. Your music is the soundtrack to a global lifestyle brand, and through the Down by Law ecosystem, Everlasting Impressions Studios, Products of Society LLC, the Triple H LTV Network, Uni Products Market, and Soul Legacy, you have the exact tools and infrastructure right at your fingertips to run a profitable, multi-stream media empire on your own terms. No hype, just legacy. That is what we stand for every single day. If you are ready to stop leaving 80% of your brand value on the studio floor, if you are ready to build an automated commerce engine that works for you 24/7, 365, I want you to take action right now. Go over to downbylawmanagementllc.com and download our free independent artist growth blueprint right now. Or if you are ready to execute immediately, hit us up on social media, message us the word blueprint, and let us get your career organized, automated, and monetized today. Thank you for locking in with me on Feature Friday. Keep grinding, keep creating, and go build your empire. Peace.